In this lesson, we're going to discuss what string analysis is, especially when it's a function of reverse malware engineering and malware analysis. In this session, what we'll do is we're going to discuss that programs and malware and other types of applications actually have strings or ASCII characters or some sort of words in them. These words usually give an analyst, a cybersecurity analyst, some sort of hint on what the attack is within that file. So, for example, if I have a file that's malware or virus or something dangerous, if I start looking at that file and start examining that file, if I open it up with a text editor, I'm going to probably just see a whole bunch of garbage that doesn't make sense or hex that doesn't make sense because it's a compiled program. But every once in a while, I may run into a string, something in the clear, something that looks like words and letters that actually form something. That may give me some sort of hint on what's going on in that program. Now, what can we find in strings? Well, we can find all these things listed here: locations of strings, host names of IP addresses and URLs, file names, registry keys, or just something that looks odd. Now, there are programs out there that will help us look at strings a little more easier, and we'll take a look at some of those. Here is an example of a program that will deconstruct strings on an application. You can see there are some things in the clear that I can see, such as an IP address, such as a URL, a name of an application like wpupdate.exe, location, registry locations on where something may be, or registry entries that the program may be adding. You can even see, like in the blue box in the middle, there are some things like what's happening with the application. So strings do tell us quite a bit of information that we can use to our advantage. So ASCII strings are the most common types of strings. What ASCII strings are they're made up of ASCII characters. ASCII characters are 128 characters. They're pretty much the characters that we understand. They're all the characters of A through Z, 0 through 9, and some of the common characters like the $, the @ symbols, things of that nature. There is also Unicode strings that sometimes occur. Unicode actually does use different standards. There's 8-bit Unicode, 16-bit, and 32-bit Unicode. Unicode allows up to 115,000 character sets, so there is much more characters that you can use in Unicode. It allows for non-ASCII characters, so sometimes you may have non-ASCII characters when you're talking about different languages, different regions, especially non-English or non-Roman English-based languages. You may come across, something where you need a Unicode encoding to write something down. There are different applications. Sysinternal is a popular application. It's a Windows command line tool, and it prints out both ASCII and Unicode strings. Bintex is actually one of my favorite tools. The reason I like Bintex is just because it's an easy tool to use. It's a GUI-based tool. It does actually examine and let you examine ASCII, Unicode, and even resource strings, and it has some nice search filtering capabilities. Here's a screenshot that I took of Unicode of Bintex that has some Unicode and ASCII in it. You can see the text field actually. If you look at the text field, it has a lot of ASCII data. Including some standard things that are in every Windows program, as well as some other data as well. This is all ASCII text. HexDrive is another well-known tool. It uses intelligent search strings. It has internal signatures that look for known malware strings. So it's looking for strings, and it has a signature file essentially that says, okay, if you see these types of fields, if you see this type of language, these type of strings, it could be one of the known malware that I know about, and so it's a pretty decent tool to look at. Now, I'm actually going away from this tool. I actually found out recently, like if you even Google this tool, it's very difficult to get. It looks like they're their website is not working. At least I have been able to successfully download this tool. That's why I actually have the screenshot here. But when I looked at this again right before recording, it looked like the tool wasn't available. At least the download links didn't work. And some forums, people were saying that downloads are not working. I do expect, because the tool, although it's not, I would say it's not as popular as Bintex, and I would say most people are probably just going to use Bintex for most of their string analysis. So maybe this tool may not come back, but it does have a good following. Maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened with the programmer or the developer, and the tool will come back. So if it does come back, one of the reasons I do have this tool on there, one of the reasons I do like it, is because it does have that known signature file. Now, once again, that the value of that may be going away too, because that known signature file, if it's not updated often enough, it doesn't have that much value in it. But maybe I have this in there, maybe a good program to experiment with if you can find it. Okay, so that was our lesson in string analysis. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.